Today, adventurers, we're here at the Magic Kingdom since Christmas is kind of here at the park today. I thought we'd showcase everything from the decorations while talking about everything you can expect for Christmas this year. So with that said, let's go ahead and have a great day adventure. Now usually there's some statues here, though I'm not quite sure if because of the fact that they haven't gotten everything out, that it's not here, or if it's just not coming this year. So we'll see. When it comes to Christmas here at Magic Kingdom, every November there is decorations here at Main Street, USA. And as we're starting off, there's tons of garland wrapped around the railing of the railroad station, along with some changes with the flower beds. And would you look at that? It is now Christmas here at Magic Kingdom. Well, partially at least, because there is still no Christmas tree as of yet, though. Oh, look at that! Tap Dance are performing. Bye, bye, bye to those bum 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 bye. Bye, bye, bye to those bum 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 bum. Don't let me ride. Don't let me slide. Don't let me ride. Now we're going to be starting off with the railroad station here, as there are 3 wreaths on top of garland wrapped around railing here. Also, I just heard some holiday music playing from the Magic Band Plus area, though with these statues the music actually stopped once I start recording, so that's a bit of a bummer. At Town Square Theater, there's some more garland with tons of decorations all throughout the building. There's also some more garland with some bells on the lampposts here. There's even more decorations here at Chamber of Commerce with some more garland, top of some wreaths. Although back here, there's not only one Christmas tree, but 2 Christmas trees here with a Mickey wreath in the middle, as this is probably going to be a photo op area of some sorts, I'm thinking. So we'll see what happens here. At City Hall, you can find some more decorations on the railing. Looks like Engine Company's 71 Firehouse is decorated with the garland, and then there's also another wreath. Plus, once entering inside, there is some garland lit up, where there's even some fire trucks in the back as well. One of the coolest parts about Disney is that they have these Mickey wreaths all on the lampposts here, especially where there's a ribbon in the middle. There's also some garland wrapped around an emporium, and then eventually across the street at the confectionery there is some more garland, especially with the candy inside the garland too. But at the confectionery, the garland extends further down with some more garland with flowers and bells. At the Main Street Cinema, there's more garland wrapped around the main signage. Further down Main Street, there's more decorations with garland at the Emporium. At Uptown Jewelers, there's also some more garland with fancy ribbons and flowers. There's even some regular wreaths on top of the garland as well. And just further down, there's some lit up garland that we can see back here, especially with some snowflakes too. There's even more wreaths and garland at Crystal Arts too. At Starbucks, you can even find some garland on the railing, on top of the window area. Even then, I like what they have with the ice cream parlor too, mainly with the candles, because at night they lit up and it's so cool to see. Past the ice cream parlor, there is the Plaza restaurant with some modern garland. Just across from the ice cream parlor, there is Casey's Corner with their garland decorations here. There's some regular wreaths with some fruit and ribbons. Plus, look at that, there's some Disney ducks swimming. How cool is that? Right before we head over to the castle, I want to talk more about the Crystal Palace, because here there's some garland with some ornaments and ribbons. Last but not least, there's some more garland at the Cinderella Castle stage. Here there is some garland with ribbons, lights, and ornaments as it's all decorated up on stage, and it is so cool to see that. Now heading into Liberty Square, there's also going to be a photo op area with all sorts of decorations and ornaments, with the Christmas tree in the back with garland wrapped around the top. Though before talking about all of the Christmas stuff, there is one thing I would like to talk about, since this is a little fun activity you can do actually, and you can write a letter to Santa Claus here. In the spirit of Christmas, I want to showcase how you can do it. All you need to do is go inside, get one of the papers for Santa Claus here, and then you actually write what you want for Christmas, and then eventually, after that, you can then send it to Santa in that mailbox here. Even then, when it comes to Christmas, there is actually a lot to talk about. So that said, let's go ahead and talk about all of the things you can expect for Christmas this year at Walt Disney World. I want to first start off with what is coming to Magic Kingdom, because here there is going to be Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. That is going to be an exciting event with all sorts of live entertainment where you can find fireworks. There's also going to be the parade with Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Time parade, which is so exciting. One of my favorite parades. Plus, there's also going to be some stage shows on top of the rides that will have all the holiday changes, like Space Mountain, where it is pretty much just going to be a rock and roll ride with all sorts of lights, as this is probably the closest you can get to a lights on ride at Space Mountain. Plus, there's also going to be Tomorrowland Speedway decorated for the holiday season with some decorations. And then there's also going to be Jingle Cruise, which is something I am super excited for. It is a holiday twist on the Jungle Cruise with all sorts of new holiday jokes and puns in store. This is going to be a separate ticketed holiday event. This is actually going to be one of the best holiday events in my opinion, because there's so much you can do from 7 to 12 a.m. Now, if you're not visiting the party too, there's also going to be a Frozen holiday surprise, where at the Cinderella Castle stage, they will be lighting up the castle with Elsa and Anna and Olaf there, along with all the gang from Frozen. Though, unfortunately, there is still no castle lights. Hopefully one day, though, they bring the dream lights back, because I definitely miss them. And then last but not least, something that is really important, too, is that if you're visiting during the Christmas and New Year's Eve break, you can also expect to see many of the show's characters and even special holiday rides that were offered during Christmas party available during their winter break, where it is going to be crazy busy, don't get me wrong. But if you're not willing to pay a full price for a Christmas party, if you still want to experience all of these shows and events, then you can go to Magic Kingdom during Christmas week. But let's say you're not going to Magic Kingdom and instead, in fact, heading over to Epcot. Well, starting on November 28th, that is actually going to be the Epcot Festival Holidays, running from November 28th to December 30th. There's going to be plenty of things to do. For example, you can find all sorts of holiday storytellers teaching all about what they celebrate around the World Showcase. There's all sorts of live shows too, such as their candlelight processional that they do every year with celebrity narrators narrating the story of Christmas. And there's also going to be 2 holiday twists on select rides, such as Living to Land, where you can see all sorts of incredible lights inside the ride. And then there's also going to be technically a holiday twist on Imagination with Figment wearing a sweater. Not too exciting. When it comes to the festival, this is going to be included with the park ticket. Now, it's time we go over to the next area. Now, let's say you're more of a movie person, are heading over to Hollywood Studios. Well, there's actually going to be 2 types of events happening during Hollywood Studios. Now, for one, during holidays at Walt Disney World, you can find a few shows happening throughout the park with all sorts of live musical acts, whether that it is a band, a choir, or even performers doing all sorts of tricks for the holiday season. And there's also going to be all sorts of characters in their holiday gear, where it's just so cool to see Hollywood Studios like this. On top of that, there's going to be a special projection show on Tower of Terror, where you can listen to holiday music with Tower of Terror projected with all sorts of projections. And lastly, if you're going to be watching the Frozen Sing-Along show, well, there's going to be a special holiday tag near the end with Olaf and the gang. And then there's also going to be one other event that's happening this weekend throughout the rest of the year on select nights. This is going to be Disney's Jollywood Nights. This is a separate ticketed event, but it is also an event with all sorts of shows where you can find Disney's Holidays in Hollywood, a show with the Muppets, Mickey and Minnie and their friends. But then there's also going to be Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along show, where it's probably one of the most creative shows Disney has ever done, where you follow these protagonists retell the story of Nightmare Before Christmas. There's also Glisten, their skating show, where you can see all sorts of ice skaters on the stage. There's also Jingle Bell Jingle Bam, their fireworks spectacular. Not even that, there's also going to be so many characters, where there's going to be a total of 20 different characters throughout the park, from Phineas and Ferb, Duffy. There's especially food items that will be served throughout the park. And you know, I'm gonna be honest, I am so excited for this. Though if you are planning to go, definitely go early, since it is going to be a lot. For that, there's also going to be Animal Kingdom too, because there's going to be the Merry Menagerie animal puppets. Honestly, this is one of the coolest things. I don't care if I sound corny. I like seeing the puppets. They're so cute and cool. Not even that though. There's also going to be Santa meeting in Dinoland USA, where you can meet Santa there. And then there's also going to be the Tree of Life Awakenings holiday show near the end of the night, where this is a projection show up on Tree of Life. And honestly, I think my hot take is that I think Animal Kingdom definitely needs to be open way more longer. Hello? It is so cool seeing all the holiday stuff at Animal Kingdom. But now, let's go ahead and see what else is here, because I have a lot more things to talk about. Now let's say this, you're not actually going to any parks. So, you want to know what's happening at Disney Springs. Well, there's going to be a special Christmas tree stroll around Disney Springs, where you can find all sorts of trees on this scavenger hunt adventure. And then on top of that too, there's going to be some special holiday treats that you can expect at each of the restaurants. Let's say you're heading to the resorts. Well, they're actually going to be decorated for the holiday season with plenty of garland, wreaths, and especially some models too. Now, the one major change this year is that the Grand Floridian, if you're going to be going there, well, don't expect a gingerbread house, because unfortunately, with the construction of the main lobby that's happening right now with refurbishments, they don't have any plans for a gingerbread house this year. I just heard
Christmas is a warm and snuggly time.
Anyways, so I just heard this poo talk, and actually,
Merry Christmas to you, friend.
yes, I know. But it's so cool seeing all the statues talk with special holiday words, dialogue. So cool.
Christmas is so much jollier with
I know.
friends.
Even inside, it's all decorated with baseballs and garland throughout. This is now different. I don't remember any of this at all, one bit. Oh my goodness. There's now a home decor section here. Obviously, there's just garland, but here for some home decor, there's some glass scented candles with Christmas trees. There's also a cutting board, mug, there's even bottle stopper, plus you can even find some stockings down below. What I love about the Emporium right now is that clearly there is the Halloween section still, though there's some garland along with plenty of other merchandise for Christmas inside here. There's a Merry Stitchmas ornaments, Stitch wishables, bubble wands, light up necklaces, lounge fly, little holiday hats, long sleeve jacket, most magical place on earth t-shirts. There's also a Walt Disney World Spirit jersey, long pants for holidays, pajama tops here. There's also Minnie Mouse plush, along with a Mickey Mouse plush here. There's a Magic Kingdom sweater, Mickey and Minnie t-shirt, Christmas headbands, holiday t-shirt, and even a long sleeve sweater too. There's this keychain holder with Mickey. There's even a jacket and plenty more merchandise all inside here. And that is now going to be a wrap from our adventure here at Magic Kingdom. Honestly, I had a fun day despite the quick visit here because got to see all the holiday decorations here at Main Street. Also got to talk about everything coming, and I gotta say, I am super excited, mostly for the events, because there's going to be a lot to expect, like Disney's Jolly Nights, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, and it's all starting this weekend too, which is crazy. But let me know in the comments down below what you most excited here at Disney World. I would love to hear. And are you planning on visiting any of the events? But until next time, adventurers, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.